Hey, how's it going? I would like to talk about SandBox and what that is. In the context of business and strategy, a sandbox refers to a controlled and often limited environment where new ideas, products, and or strategies can be tested and experimented with before being fully implemented on a large scale. It's a space where business can explore innovative concepts, assess their viability, and understand the potential impact without taking significant risks or affecting the core operations of the company. To be honest, this kind of strategy is more which would be taken from different industries, not necessarily traditional industries. Overall, sandbox strategy, it might seem wild strategy for any business startup, but from my own understanding, that's a concept that I have borrowed from completely different industry, and would like to introduce that concept into a business setting. Why sandbox strategy? Sandbox strategy can allow companies to innovate safely. Business can test out new ideas, products, or strategies without jeopardizing their existing operations. This enables them to innovate without the fear of failure, minimize risk by conducting experiments in controlled environment. Companies can identify potential challenges, shortcomings, or flaws before committing significant resources within the project. Gather insights. Sandbox provides valuable insights into how new ideas or strategies performs in the real world conditions. This data helps business make informed decisions about where to scale up or make adjustments to existing strategy or business model. Refine strategies. Sandbox environment allows for interactive improvements based on the feedback and the data gathering during testing. This refinements process can lead to more effective and successful implementation. Adapt and change. Business can use Sandbox to adapt to changes in the market conditions or unexpected challenges by quickly testing and implementing new approaches. Sandbox experiment with limited resources. Instead of committing substantial resources to improve ideas, business can experiment with Sandbox using a small budget or none of the budget, perhaps other than time, minimizing potential financial losses. It depends on the size of the project team, but overall, that overall attitude when it comes to business, I believe. Overall, Business Sandbox is such a tool that facilitates innovation and growth while managing potential risks. It encourages a culture of experimentation and learning with the new organizations, driving long-term success. I have published a book. Name of the book is Game Strategy. For anyone who is interested, you can find it on my company's website, or major retailers have this book as well. It's a book about where to begin and how to start your business. All of the things that I have shared within the book. That's a lot of trial and error, perhaps learning from other people's mistakes instead of doing your own mistakes. That would be one of those areas that I think that everyone inspiring entrepreneurs should pay a lot of attention at when it comes to doing your research and understanding different aspects of the business. Overall, it's a great book. Sharing a lot of strategies, ways of thinking about business, how to approach different tasks, potential obstacles, and how to solve those. You can find this book on my company's website or in the description below. Thank you. I'm reading a lot about different companies and how they approach different markets. And there is one of the examples that I want to constantly using with books that I'm reading. That would be one of the American-based companies, IBM. and how they fail to innovate within the different industries and adapt to customer demands. Overall, this concept and perhaps management of capital, I believe a sandbox concept can come within the different businesses and how they are allocating overall budget. There's regarding allocation of the budget to innovation, there isn't a one size fits all answer. The amount of budget that should be allocated to innovation within the business overall budget depends on factors such as industry, company's stage of development, its growth goals, and its risk tolerance. But overall, there should be out of the 100% of company's budget, should be about 5-10% allocated to constant innovation. That goes for a company, that goes the same for an overall country. Country should constantly look at perhaps different markets and allocation of capital to innovative projects or businesses, organizations, non-profits that constantly raising a bar for everyone within the country, perhaps offering different products or services within that country. And yeah, so overall, it depends on a lot of factors, but overall, when it comes to sandbox, I would definitely highly recommend for everyone to allocate some percentage of the overall budget to perhaps experimental development within a sandbox and perhaps developing new concept ideas, products, and how you're gonna do that in what kind of environment, what kind of group you will be allocating that to, and what you're gonna do with that budget. Some of the key areas, some highlights there would be innovation and why innovation is important. That would be innovation and creativity. Sandbox potential can encourage innovative and creativity within the company. It can provide space where employees can explore new ideas without the fear of failure, leading to a development of unique, groundbreaking solutions. Risk management by testing new ideas or strategies in the controlled sandbox environment, business can identify potential risks and challenges early on. This allows them to make informed decisions and minimize negative impact on the core operations. Adaptability and change, markets and industries are constantly evolving. A sandbox approach enables businesses to adapt to changing trends, technologies, and customer preferences more effectively, ensuring they remain competitive. Learning and improvement. The process of experimental analysis in the sandbox setting fosters culture of continuous learning and improvement. The insights gained from testing can be used to refine strategies, refine products and processes. Resource efficiency, allocating a portion of the budget to innovation within sandbox environment allows business to experiment with the new ideas using controlled amounts of resources. This prevents excessive spending on upfront concepts. Uh, Employee engagement, providing employees with opportunity to contribute to innovative projects can boost morale and engagement. It shows that the company values their ideas and fosters a sense of ownership within organization success. Definition and growth. Differentiation and growth. Innovation often leads to development of unique products or services that can differentiate a business from its competitors. This differentiation can contribute to growth and increase market share within a company, which I believe is one of those key areas what sets one business apart from the next one. There would be so many different businesses that I can think of that where those businesses would start with a core idea or perhaps selling food that there would be market demand perhaps to buy already prepared food. That would be perhaps one way to look at it, perhaps from there. Perhaps they, since that particular business would have access to extra capital that could potentially buy building next door, and they could potentially rent that building during holiday season, perhaps for 4 6 months a year. That would be extra capital coming in. That would that's just one idea to think about, I guess, concept and where I'm coming from when it comes to SandBox concept and how it can benefit any business to think about it. And overall, just to summarize, sandbox concept involves creating control and isolated environment where business can experiment, test new ideas, products, or strategies without risking their core operations. So once you have your main business, and if you're managing that business and managing it really well, perhaps managing your budget, overall operations, perhaps from there, once you have everything going, perhaps only then you can perhaps step back and perhaps try increasing number of perhaps your own responsibilities and the way how you come about managing a number of even the same businesses, perhaps the core businesses, the same businesses, but overall that's a key concept, and I hope that everyone understands what I'm trying to convey with this video. In space for every business need to find a space for innovation, learning, and risk management. By allocating resources to this control experimentation, business can foster creativity, adapt to changes, identify potential risk, and refine their approaches. The goal is to encourage innovation while minimizing negative impact on overall business, leading to improved strategies, products, and long-term growth for a business. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.